Okay, class, today we're going to be talking about the substitution method, and let me remind you, even if I'm not here, I am here, so you're going to make sure that you fill in all of the notes because I'm checking the completion of those, as well as your homework, which homework will be due tomorrow, as always. Okay, so here we go. The substitution method, this involves the same situation that we did yesterday when we graphed it and we found the solution at the intersection. However, this is a new method that takes a little bit less time. Less work is always good. I'm not saying it's okay to be lazy, but today it might actually be okay to be lazy. So let's take a look. If we are substituting, that means we're just going to plug something else into another equation. So let's try. Number 1 says y equals 3x, that's one equation, and x plus y equals 8, that's two equations. Is that true that it's a system if it has two equations? Yes. Okay, here's my first step. It says solve for a single variable. That means I either need it to say x equals, or I need it to say y equals. Looking at this situation, do either of those already say x or y? Which one? So that's perfect, because I didn't even have to do any extra work. I'm going to use this first equation because it already says y equals. Let's write y equals 3x and square it. We are going to use this one, okay? We're going to come over to the second column. It says substitute and solve. So because I've already used this one here, that means I'm going to use the other one in this column. So let's copy. We're going to copy down the second equation, x plus y equals 8. And then I'm going to use this one to substitute into this one. For example, wherever it tells me y, this is what y is, I'm going to plug that in for y because it says y equals. So everybody watch this, and I want you to also take notes. We're going to rewrite x plus. I'm going to use a big bracket to show the new number I'm putting in. So my new number for y is not y anymore. I am replacing it, or I'm substituting it with this situation. X plus 3x equals 8. And I don't want anybody to be confused. It was y, and because y is 3x, I can put 3x. And the reason why that's important is because aren't these two friends? If they're friends, what can I do to them? Combine. So 1x plus 3x. This is easy stuff now. 1 plus 3 is 4x equals 8. How do I get x by itself? 4 times x, which means I have to divide. Divide by 4, divide by 4. So now, x equals 8 divided by 4 is 2. Was that easy? But we're not quite finished. Now that I have x, and I also have y, remember I'm looking for the solution. I need it to be an ordered pair. I know x, but is y an ordered pair yet? Is it just a number? No. So what do I need to do? Substitution. I am going to substitute my x number for my y right here for this x so I can get y. So here we go. Find the other value and write the solution. So because x is 2, we could use this. We could also go back and use this original equation. It doesn't matter which one you pick. Either one, okay? I'm just going to use this one. It seems a little bit easier. So I'm going to write y equals 3. Here's my brackets again. Anytime that I'm substituting, I'm going to put it in brackets. And what is my new x term? My new x is going to be 2. So real easy. What is 3 times 2? Y equals 6. So my ordered pair that I would write x, comma, y, x was 2 and y is 6. Was that a little bit easier than drawing a graph, counting m, figuring b, finding a point, la 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 la? Yes! This is my much easier. Substitute, okay? Could I check my solution just to be sure? Absolutely. Plug it into this one, plug it into this one, check, check. Okay, on your homework tonight, there is going to be a separate column that says check the solution. Please remember to do that. Okay? So here's my next one. 2x plus y equals 9 and x plus 4y equals 1. Remember, if I'm solving for a single variable, it should either say x equals something or y equals something. Do either of these already say that? No. But can I move some stuff around? Sure. And let me tell you this. Keep it simple. We will never divide to try and get the number by itself. A long time ago, or yesterday, when we were graphing, you would divide if you still had a number connected to a letter. Okay? We don't have to do that. I want you guys to be sure that you notice. This one is by itself. All I have to do is move my y term. Okay? But up here, this one is by itself. All I would have to do is move my x term. Which one do you want to do? Either way, it doesn't matter, okay? I'm just going to go with this one. I like the bottom one, okay? So, if I move my y term, how do I cancel a plus 4y? I'm just going to subtract it. So let's rewrite. X plus 4y equals 1 minus 4y minus 4y. Big line because you are calculating. Bring down your x. X equals negative 4y plus 1. Now that I've solved for x, I'm going to come to my second column, and I'm going to use the other equation, the one I did not work on. Okay, so let's rewrite the other equation. It was the top one. We're going to say 2x plus y equals 9. Now that I know x, remember you're just going to put brackets around it, and you're going to plug in what your x is for this x. Okay, so we're going to go slow. Here we go. 2 brackets. My new x is the whole thing. Negative 4y plus 1, close your brackets, plus y, I'm just recopying, equals 9. Okay, now does this look a little familiar? Remember whenever we have parentheses, what do we always do? You guys are so smart. Arrow, arrow. What kind of property is that? Distributive. Okay, so we're going to multiply. 2 times negative 4. Negative 8y, okay? And then 2 times positive 1 is just plus 2. Now I still have to recopy. I haven't done anything here, so I just bring it down. Plus y equals 9. Do I see some friends? Let's take a look. Do I have friends here? Friend, friend. Uh-oh. Square, square. Okay, name of the game. Circles on one side, squares on the other. Guess what? My circles are already on the same side of the equal sign. So what can I do with them? Combine. And because we know that a 1 is always in front of your letter, it's plus 1y. What is negative 8 plus 1? Negative 8 plus 1. Negative 7y. Okay? At the same time, I need to move my square to the other side. They are not friends. Get them out of here. Okay, so how do I cancel positive 2, minus 2 on both sides? Big line, because we're calculating. So this canceled, we combined these, equals, what is 9 minus 2? 7. Oh, this looks really simple. Okay, so how do I get y by itself? Divide by negative 7, divide by negative 7, cancel. So y equals, well 7 divided by 7 is 1, but what sign is this? Negative. So y equals negative 1, okay? So now that I have x, and now that I have y, I need to plug my y number back in so that I find x and can write the solution. in a coordinate point. Okay? So I know y. I'm going to plug it in here. It says x equals -4 brackets times what is my new y? Here's y. I need my new y. -1, close the bracket, plus 1. Are we okay so far? All I did was substitution. But this also had distributive right here. Okay? So here we go. -4 times -1. Negative times negative is a positive. So we have +4 plus 1. What's 4 plus 1? X equals 5. So if I know x and I know y, can I write it in a coordinate point? Sure. 5, -1, done. That is my answer. Now if I wanted to go back and double check it, I could plug it into both original equations. They should be equal. Check, check. All right? So let's just try that real quick. 2x, my new x here in my solution is 5. 2 times 5 plus my y is a -1 equals 9. Always draw your line under the equals. Bring down your 9. Let's calculate. 2 times 5 is 10 plus a -1. All right, 10 minus 1, 9. Is 9 9? Check, okay? But we still have to check this last one here. So we're going to say our new x, 5 plus 4y. Well, my new y is -1 equals 1. Okay? So bring down your line, bring down your 1. Let's calculate. 5 plus -4. So basically 5 minus 4 is 1. Is 1 1? Check. I know this is the right solution. Awesome. Okay? I think this is the last one we're going to do. Remember, if I'm solving for a single variable, I either need it to say A equals or B equals. Do either of those already say that? No. Got to do a little work, okay? Am I ever going to use this one? Let's think about it. If I move these things, they're still connected to a number. That means I'm going to have to divide. Do I ever want to divide when I'm substituting? No, we don't like fractions, okay? Let's look at this top one. If I move my A, can I just get B by itself? No dividing? Okay, so let's try it. 2A minus B equals 1. How do I get rid of that 2A? Subtraction. Minus 2A on both sides. Okay, what am I left with on the left? Negative B, that is extremely important, equals -2A plus 1. Hopefully there's no questions. We subtracted, so I just brought it down. But what is still in front of B? It's a negative, okay? Yes, I am dividing, but I'm not dividing by big numbers, so I'm not going to have fractions. What is the only thing I'm dividing by? How do I get rid of a negative? Divide by -1 every time. And if you divide by everything. So divide by -1 and divide by -1. Okay, so here we go. My negatives cancel. B equals negative divided by negative is a positive. So we have positive 2A, and then positive divided by negative is a -1. 2A minus 1. Everybody okay? So did I get one of my letters by itself? Sure, I got B, okay? So I'm going to use the other equation. Keep in mind, I've already used this one here. So which one am I going to use for my next column? This one. Let's plug it in. 5, I know B, I don't know A, so I'm just going to rewrite it. 5A minus 3 with brackets. What is my new B? 2 A minus 1, close the brackets, equals 0. Are you feeling okay with substitution? All we're doing is just plugging it in, okay? So now, what does this look like? Distributive property, you guys are experts, okay? Have I done anything with this 5a? What do I do with it? Bring it down. 5a, and then I have a negative 3. Negative 3 times positive 2 is minus 6a, and then negative times negative is a positive. 3 times 1 is 3. All of that is supposed to equal 0. Okay? So now, do I have friends? Oh, beautiful. 5 minus 6. Keep in mind the 6 is bigger. 5 minus 6, that's going to be a negative 1a. Okay? And then this 3 is friends with this 0. Can I move it since my circles are on the left? I need these to the right. How do I cancel a plus 3? Minus 3, minus 3. Be sure that you draw your big line. Okay, I've already combined these, and now I've canceled these. So negative 1a equals 0 minus 3. Negative 3. Okay? It's a negative a. Oh man, how do I get rid of a negative in the front? Divide by negative 1. Divide by negative 1. These cancel. So now a equals negative divided by negative is a positive 3. All right, so do I know b? Well, I don't know the number yet. Do I know a? Yeah. So all I'm going to do is plug a into b. Easy. All right, so here we go. We're going to rewrite our b equation. 2 and then my brackets. Because what is a? It says 2a here, and I know a. So 2 times 3, close the brackets. And then I'm still working with this. Minus 1. That is b. b equals 2a minus 1. So here we go. b equals 2 times 3 is 6 minus 1. So b equals 6 minus 1, 5. How do I put that in a coordinate point? A comes before b, just like x comes before y. So here we go. We are going to say a, comma, b. 3, comma, 5. Done. All right, do you feel good? Hopefully. And then to check the work, we would plug these into the original 2 equations. Check, check. Solutions are right. Okay? Example 4 is a little bit different. It's a word problem, but I don't want you to get confused. Sometimes this stuff really isn't even necessary. Read your chart. That's it. It says we have 2 different phone companies, okay, or internet service companies, and that there's a setup fee for one, and there's no setup fee for the other. And then this is the cost right here per month. Please notice, per month. That means, do I know how many months I'm paying? Not yet. All right, so can I pick a letter? Sure. Maybe we can say x equals the number of months. You agree? X is the number of months because I don't know how many months I'm going to use this internet service. Okay? So it says find the number of months, which the total cost for the website will be the same for both companies. Okay? So here's what we need to do. We know we need 2 equations because we're talking about systems of equations. All right? So here's my first one. I'm going to say, because it's $10 no matter what for this first equation, we're going to have 10 plus whatever the cost is each month. 10 plus $21.95 times the number of months. I don't know how many yet, so it's x. This is my first equation, okay? And let's say all of that is going to be y. Y is 10 plus 2195 times x, okay? And then we have one more equation because I still need to do this one, right? So we're going to say y again equals, do I have a setup fee? Am I adding anything extra on this one? No. I could put 0 plus, but that isn't necessary. So I'm just not going to add anything. It is only 2245 times however many months. Well, what letter is the number of months? X, okay? And so here's what happens. Now that we know this, it says we want to know what it will be the same. Find how many months when it's the same for both, all right? So that means if we were going to substitute it in, do I already have a y? Does it already say y equals something? So I can substitute, right? I'm going to take this equation and I'm going to put this for y, okay? Hopefully everybody's with me so far. So it already says y equals right here. I'm just going to put this on the y. Okay, so here's my brackets. 2245x, close the brackets, equals 10 plus 2195x. Do I have friends? X's and X's. These are circles. Remember, circles on one side. So how do I cancel this? It's a plus 21, so I'm going to minus 2195x minus 2195x. Big line. Here we go. 2245 minus 2195 equals 0.5x, and all of that equals 10. How do I get x by itself? Divide by 0.5, divide by 0.5. So here we go. 10 divided by 0.5 equals 20. All right, so we have x, the number of months, is 20. 20 months, okay? 20 months, and I could substitute that back in to either of these and find y. All right, so if I do that, then I know that y equals 10 plus 2195 times 20, okay? And all I have to do is calculate. 2195 times 20 equals $439, plus 10. $449. Y equals 449. Okay? And then I could substitute my x value again, here, into this one. 22.45 times 20, and get y. And that's it. All right? So all I need you to do now that your notes are done, I want you to fold them and stick them in the inside front cover of your Ian. Very important that you don't lose them because I'm checking this work tomorrow. And then the homework assignment that is being passed out to you is going to be due to me tomorrow. You still have at least 10, maybe 12 minutes. I need you to get started, get as much done as possible, make me proud, and we will grade it together in class tomorrow. I am taking this for a grade. Very important, okay? So have a good day. I will see you later.